What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, you guys. How was everybody doing this after and the noon? Listen, this little cowlick right here in my hair that won't stay laying down. I really don't want to put no gel on it, but y'all, I have tried everything to get. It's been sticking up for like 3 days. I have really tried everything to get this little cowlick. I don't know what's going on. What's up, y'all? Good afternoon. Hey, Abby, I didn't hit you up because I thought you were busy, boo. I never took a straight. Oh Lord! I thought y'all were busy. Let me turn my ring off before we be going off and say, you know how them group chats are. Once person say something, it just be like bloop 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 bloop. So how's everybody doing today? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Y'all, why this week already feel like it's supposed to be Thursday and it's only Tuesday? Am I the only one? Gosh. Anyway. Oh, you waiting on your ride? Okay, because I was about to say, I thought you said when you got off work. And I know that sometimes you work late, but I figure you be off by now or almost off by now. Y'all, hey, boo. When we get to the TV stuff, I think if I have time, I'm going to get into a little bit of Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine. So when we get to the TV talk, if you want to come on up, you know you are welcome. I know you normally don't want to do, all of that. Let me ask y'all a question. And, it ain't a lot of y'all in here, so y'all get the majority of the vote. So the super trailer, or the trailer, I guess, dropped for Real Housewives of New York today. Because remember, we were talking about Beverly Hills should be coming up soon. Now, listen, they done added 2 black women to the cast. Y'all want to review it? Now, y'all know I don't know shit about New York, okay? Y'all know I don't know nothing about them New York hosts. My niece is going to have to be my guru on this one. Remember, we did a live a couple of months back. We did you're not doing much anything. Okay, cool. You're not cooking like a 6-course gourmet meal from scratch or nothing. Right, the New York trailer it dropped today, I think. Either today or yesterday. I just saw it when I was scrolling. It must have dropped today because I don't remember seeing it yesterday when I was scrolling through like the Shade Room or whatever. Y'all know I go through the Shade Room and the Jasmine brand and TMZ before I come on here to see what I want to talk about. And I didn't see it yesterday. So it must have dropped today. But they got them 2 new black girls. So I'm just saying what we want to do. What's up, Bab? Hey, see Golden. When does New York start? I'm trying to see if I have enough time to binge. I don't know if you have enough time to binge because New York been going on for a minute. But see, my niece watches New York, so she's my New York person. So I got a little bit of an unboxing. So let me say this while Abby is in the room. Y'all, Abby made me buy something last night. I just want y'all to know that it is Abby's fault. When it get here, I'll unbox it. But Abby made me buy something last night. Just like Abby made me buy what's in this box right here. Y'all already know what it is. If y'all know what that is, then y'all know what's in this box. Y'all know what's funny? The packaging. Okay, so I've ordered from the Crayon Case this is what, my 3rd or 4th time ordering from the Crayon Case. Sometimes the packaging is so pretty, like this. Like this. And then sometimes it's just plain. I don't know. I guess it depends who on the assembly line, child. Because when I got this big old box, I was like, I only ordered one thing. Why I got this big old box? But when I ordered 2 pallets, this is what they sent when I ordered 2 pallets. I ordered 1 pallet, they sent this. I said, I guess it just depends on who on the assembly line that day. I don't know. But either way, this was beautiful packaging today. This was pretty. This was beautiful. Yeah, they added 2 black women. So that's what I'm saying. We gotta. So y'all know Abby got me buying these notebooks. The notebooks. Actually, if I'm gonna be fair, did I tell you about the notebooks, Abby, or did you tell me? If I'm gonna be fair, I think I told Abby about the notebooks. But I think it was Abby's idea for us to buy all of them. That was Abby. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So y'all know I got the green. So I ordered myself this color because I think Abby said that she ordered me a color. So I ordered this color. I thought I had ordered the yellow, but I guess I didn't. Look at this, y'all. These are pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that burnt orange color. That is so pretty. Look at that. And as Abby likes to say, y'all know I like to do my makeup where you can see me from Mars. Y'all can see me from Mars with this orange. I mean, with this, like, I said burnt orange. Well, I guess some of the shades could be like a burnt orange, but it's more like a reddish orange. Anyway, these are pretty colors. These are pretty colors. So Abby, okay, so Abby got me blue and purple. I got green and orange. Watermelon sugar, are you in the room? I ordered one for watermelon sugar. I thought I had ordered myself yellow. I must have ordered her the yellow. I ordered myself that color. Either way, that's what it was. What's up, Jonathan? Hey, boo. So I'm looking forward, y'all. I was telling Abby today, I haven't done my makeup in probably about a month. So maybe this weekend I'll put some makeup on, child. I can't do it during the week no more because, you know, girl, they got me working. What's up, DMV? What's up, boo? Yagart's got a good biscuit recipe. Oh, yeah, you know he be up there cooking it from scratch. All right, y'all. So we got some stuff to jump into. So first of all, before I go any further, let me go ahead and do this update on the Derrick Jaxn situation from yesterday. So listen, y'all. Let me show y'all this. Because I thought it was a joke. I said, oh, the internet is undefeated. I said, oh, they are trolling this man. I thought this was fake. I did not think this was real. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. And y'all will be like, you got to be kidding me. And I'm going to be like, no, I'm not kidding you. Y'all. Why does his new book? That is the cover of his new book. First of all, it looked like a pamphlet. Do y'all see how small that book is compared to his hand? It looked like a damn pamphlet. What is that? Do you see how small that is? It looked like a pamphlet. It literally looked like he put it together this weekend after he found out that Tasha K was about to spray his tea. It literally looked like he wrote this shit Friday night and sent it off over the weekend. What is that? And then you have the audacity to create. And now again, let's be clear. He must have already written this book for it to be already ready, available. Y'all know I don't follow him. He may have already been out it. I mean, he may have already had it out there to buy. I don't know. Because I don't follow this dude like that. Okay. But I was done. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Not healed together. Not healed together. And then their wedding picture. Sir. Nobody even knew you were married until we found out you cheated on your wife. Who the hell knew Derrick Jaxn was married before we found out he cheated? We didn't know you was married to this woman. And let me just read to y'all a couple of the chapter titles. Chapter 1, healing isn't a journey, it's a fight. It's a fight. Number 2, mistakes that hinder healing, like cheating on your wife. This man said he has only been faithful to his wife 6 months out of their 4-year marriage. That could probably be something that's hindering. This man said that he slept with one of his mistresses in their bed. Chapter 3, the empathy she needs. The empathy she needs? Oh. Okay. Chapter 4, loving her while she seemingly, in parentheses, hates you. Even that sounds self-serving, like you doing her a favor. I'm going to love you even while you hate me. Like that even sounds self-serving, as if she don't have good reason to hate your ass. Loving her while she hates you. Chapter 5, she can't love a man she doesn't feel safe with. Listen, y'all. I can't make this up. I really thought they were trolling. I said the internet is undefeated. They are trolling this man. And then I kept seeing it. And then I saw his Instagram. I said, this is really his book? Here go Abby's chapter right here. Here go Abby's chapter, y'all. Chapter 6. The illusion of revenge. The illusion of it? How about the reality of it? There's no illusion. There are no illusions here. There are no illusions to this, sir. There are no illusions. The revenge is coming. I don't know who's gonna give it to you, but it's coming. I don't know where it's coming. I don't know who it's coming from, but the revenge is coming. Okay. Oh, they've been dating since high school, Dominique. Oh, jeez. Y'all, chapter 7. I can't. I'm done. I'm not reading no more. Egos are for kids. Sir, are you serious right now? Hey, loving my peace. Oh my gosh, how are you? You on my mind the other day. Hey, Lock Queen. Hey, P. Who else came in that I didn't speak to? Alika. Anybody that came in, I'm sorry. Y'all, I can't. I'm done. Egos are for kids? Sir, are you serious right now? Egos are for kids? Thank you, Jaded. Oh my God. Jaded was, listen, y'all gotta go see Jaded's drag last night. He dragged him last night. He kept calling him Lil Bill, y'all. He kept calling Derrick Jaxn Lil Bill. Now, from my understanding, his wife did a live, an Instagram live earlier today, and child, she took the bonnet off and put a baseball hat on, and I don't know these people. The book is for the doofuses and the pick-me's. Okay. Now I could have sworn I turned my ringer off. I could have sworn I turned my ringer off. I must have turned it back on by accident. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Imagine a man teaching women how to avoid certain men all the while he's that man. That part. That all the while he's that man. Hey, Ash. How you doing? Child. What's up, Tabitha? How you doing? Did you see this mess? This mess, Tabitha. Derrick Jaxn's new book. Did you see this? Oh my gosh. I'm so serious that I thought this was a joke. I am so serious, y'all. I thought this was a joke. In case you didn't see it, Tabitha. I know you probably did though. We're just going through some of these chapter titles. I had to stop at chapter 7 that says egos, are for kids. Girl. And let me be clear, like I said, I do not know when this came out, okay? It says new book alert. Some learn from our research or experiments. Some learn from mentors or mistakes. I learned from all of the above. And in my new book, Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other, I share the most life-challenging lessons I've learned. This is new. Why this book? This is new, y'all. Quite frankly, because marriage is under... Oh, no, I thought he said my marriage. Okay. I don't know. Let me try to see if I can see how long this has been posted on his page. March 11th. So it's relatively new. March 11th. Now, the question is, did you include in this book about your infidelities when you were like, did you expose your infidelities? Because if he exposes infidelities in the book, which I have no interest in reading to find out, but if he exposes infidelities in the book, then Tasha K's revelation isn't that big of a revelation, but I feel like he didn't. Or if he did, he didn't to the extent that we found out. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, this is a whole hot mess. I got more in depth in this book, which is not available on most platforms yet. But as a thank you to those reading this, I've made instant access to available at the link in my bio for the first 500 people to get the book. Hashtag glory be to God. Y'all, I can't with these people. I can't with these people. Now, here's what's funny. Okay, so that's the book part of this. Okay, but here's what's funny. Let me read this to y'all. Okay, let me read this to y'all. Okay. Somebody, and I'll tell y'all who it is after I read this to y'all. Somebody who Derrick Jaxn came for when he was going through a little something, had something to say to him. I'm going to read it to y'all. Y'all probably already know who it is. Y'all can put it in the chat, but I'm going to go on and just read this to y'all. Derrick. No, it says, hey, Derrick. Like they know each other. Hey, Derrick. You remember when I responded to your words about me? Remember when I posted videos about you? Neither do I. To be clear, I've slept with one woman in my life, my wife. But that does not absolve me of the wrong I did do. Any interaction or communication with anyone was wrong. My failures are mine, and I have gone through and continue to go through counseling to address the vast empty space that led me to the behavior that is anti-ethical to how I was raised and what I believe. I've learned in life that everyone gets a turn. When it was mine, I didn't obfuscate my wrong by addressing what I knew about others. I kept others' names out my mouth. Maybe it will be wise for you to do the same. Now listen, let's be clear. The person who wrote this is still lying. He's still lying. But I just thought it was funny that he was like, The first line is what did it for me. You remember when I responded to your words about me? Remember when I posted videos? Oh yeah, neither do I. Because y'all know he came for, this was John Gray, in case y'all ain't figured it out. But because y'all know he came for John Gray. Y'all know he came for John Gray. He called, and so somebody asked him about that on that hostage video he did last night with his wife. And he was like, oh yeah, well, I was wrong for that. So the whole time you knew you was cheating on your wife, you was making videos about John Gray cheating on his. Y'all are fun. Oh my God. Y'all are funny to me. Y'all are so funny to me. So you listen, John Gray was like, Y'all remember when I did that? Oh no, neither do I. Hey, legally declared broke. He lying, but I still love a good read. Exactly. I feel the same way. Now, let's be clear, John Gray. Just because I'm appreciating how you came for Derrick Jaxn, please don't think that I believe, because I don't. Please do not think that I believe that you ain't never sleep with these women. You did. I'm sorry. And just let it go. You slept with them, okay? But I saw that and I thought that was quite, I thought it was quite amusing. All right. Yeah, I'm going to send you the link because I want your opinion on something else too. Hey, KFS, how you doing? How you doing? What's up, So? Hey, So Jeff, I ain't seen you around here in a minute, boo. How you doing, babes? The hypocrisy knows no bounds. Listen, they are a mess. These people are funny to me. And like I said yesterday, listen, you cheating on your wife it doesn't shock me. I don't know you. I'm not vested in you. I could care less about what you do and what you don't do with your wife. Okay, let's be clear about all of that. All right, let's be clear about all of that. But what is funny is how you came for Derrick Jaxn, because you've been waiting for that. You've been waiting, and it's okay. It's okay that you've been waiting. It is okay that you've been waiting. All right. So now we got the liar out the way, child. This Derrick Jaxn scandal is not an L for black women. It's an L for black women, in my opinion. Women, it's not an L for black women. It's an L for black men. Okay, girl, you know. In my opinion, Derrick was called a simp. He's the same trifling dude they champion. Child. Remember, it wasn't him. It was the 16-year-old him. Child. That's why I don't like those men who tout themselves as being the good ones. They're better at selling the BS. And let's be clear, there are some men that are good men. But at the end of the day, even if you are a good man, what you don't have are all the answers for all men. And that's how Derrick Jaxn sort of marketed himself as someone who had all of the answers for all men, but you don't. You may very well. That's like, I hate to do this because I feel like the minute I say somebody's name, they're going to disappoint me. Let me say somebody's name that if we find out that they cheated, it won't disappoint me. Because I don't even want to curse nobody. I'm gonna just say Joe Biden, just for lack of a better example. I'm just say Joe Biden, okay? let's be clear. I don't put Joe Biden on nobody's pedestal. I believe he could cheat just like everybody else, but I'm just using him as an example, okay? Joe Biden might be the right guy for Jill Biden, and he may never step out on Jill Biden. He may absolutely positively be that guy for Jill Biden. But guess what Joe Biden does not have? He don't have the answers for all men. He can't tell all men how to be faithful to their wife because their wife ain't Jill. You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem I have with people like a Derrick Jaxn, who you market yourself like you're this great guy that can never make a mistake. Now, I'm not talking about people who are legit therapists and that is their job and they've done research and they've gone to school and they have degrees in that area. I ain't talking about that kind of stuff. I'm just talking about you sitting over here, you know, you decided to start a YouTube channel and tell women how to find a good man and tell men they ain't shit. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Right. And right. He literally probably falling into something. Joe Biden. No, he didn't. Let me say this, Xavier. Not that I know of. I don't know anything about Joe Biden cheating on Jill Biden. Now, if it's out there, I don't know nothing about it. If it's out there, I don't know nothing about it. I'm just leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. All right. According to Nielsen ratings, the Ellen DeGeneres show has lost more than 1 million viewers after toxic workplace claims. Now I'm gonna say this. When she came back, you know, over the summer, the scandal broke about how horrible she was being, you know, things were going on down to the Ellen DeGeneres show. And of course, because she has the reputation as being this good time girl, this great person or whatever, it hit a little different. Just kind of like I was just using an example with Joe. It hit a little different. I'd be disappointed if I found out Jack Daniels cheated. Now, she did come out on her season premiere and she, you know, gave this heartfelt apology, blah, 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 blah. Y'all know how they do. Now, that garnered their highest ratings in like 6 or 7 years. But since then, the ratings have dropped and they said that they have lost over 1 million viewers this season. Now, I'm going to say this. As someone who used to watch the Ellen show, I used to watch the Ellen show. I used to tape it just like I tape The View every day. And I used to watch it. I haven't watched it in a few years, though. But I will say this. Every time I click it on or I scroll past the channel and it's on, I'll never see Ellen. I never see Ellen. And I was over my parents' house one time and I was like, well, where is Ellen? I'll never see her on the show. And my mom said that this is something that she does. She has like these guest hosts 2 or 3 times a week. And she does host the show, but she doesn't host the show every day anymore. And I'm going to say this, as someone who's a viewer, if I were still a regular viewer of the Ellen DeGeneres show, I probably wouldn't watch it either. I'm watching it for Ellen. I'm not watching it for Mario Lopez. I'm not watching it for Twitch. I'm not watching it for Tiffany Haddish. I'm not watching it for whoever these other people are that I have seen hosting the show. Now, if she's sick and there's a legit reason why she in and out, that's one thing. But you don't have no good reason to be in and out. Why in the world are you not hosting your own damn show on a regular basis? Now, I don't know if they did that as a way to bring other people in and move away from the narrative so people wouldn't be zoomed in on her. But this is how I feel about it. The people who are going to forgive you are going to forgive you, and the people who are not going to forgive you are not. And at the end of the day, if I was ready to forgive Ellen, like I said, I haven't watched the show in a few years, right? Not on a regular basis. But if I was ready to forgive Ellen, right? If every time I turned on the show, Ellen wasn't there, I probably would stop watching it. Because that's like, for example, with Wendy Williams. For people who are Wendy Williams fans, right? She got her hardcore fans. When she went through all that stuff, when she allegedly relapsed and everything was going on with Kevin and all of that, and remember she had to take the hiatus from the show. Okay, we knew what was going on. I only watched the show and I knew what was going on. When we saw Nick Cannon and whoever the other people were that were hosting, we knew what was up, right? But when they said Wendy coming back, we expected to see Wendy, and I don't think she missed the show since, right? Even when her mama died, I think maybe she went out on hiatus again when her mom passed away. But that was only after she started getting backlash about why she didn't do nothing for her mama's funeral. So The show got your name on it, ma'am. You do not have a panel like The View or The Talk or what's that other, The Real. It's not a panel show. It is you. It is your name. And maybe that was advice that she got from a publicist. Maybe that was NBC making her do that. But I personally would have a problem with that if I were still a diehard Ellen viewer. I honestly wouldn't. I don't care. I don't want to see. Ellen got a show for a reason. I don't want to see the Mario Lopez show. Much as I like, I don't want to see the Tiffany Haddish show. Who else have I seen hosted? Twitch. Twitch is your DJ. I don't mean no harm, but I really don't want to see him. He is your DJ, ma'am. He is the person who plays the music when I expect you to come out from behind that curtain and give me a Ellen dance, okay? Where is the Ellen dance? Wanda Sykes. I like Wanda Sykes, but ma'am, it's not the Wanda Sykes show. She had a show, it got canceled. Sorry. If the viewership keeps dropping the network, well, if the viewership keeps dropping, she ain't gonna come back. Now, because her show has been so successful for so long and she's such a powerhouse, they'll never say we're canceling. They'll give her the option of bowing out. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think they would embarrass her that way and cancel it. But we would all know. It's kind of like when they let you quit before they fire you, but we all know you got fired. It would be that kind of situation. I think she's waiting for next season when she can have people in the audience because she feeds heavily off of them. Okay, Brandon, that might be true, but guess what? Every single talk show has had to make that adjustment. Wendy had to do it. The View still ain't even in the studio. They are still doing the show from their living rooms, okay? They still ain't in the studio. The View, they got Zoom audience. I think now Wendy has a few people in the audience. I don't know about the other shows because I don't watch the other shows. And I see your point on that one, Brandon. But all I'm going to say is, what's up, Quintessential? All I'm going to say is, baby, you might want to go on and adjust some things. That's just me. Kelly Clarkson got TV screens in her audience. I don't even watch the Kelly Clarkson show, but yeah. It's Wendy's staff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I haven't seen any of these shows go back to a regular audience situation. The few shows that do have an audience, it's very few people. Hey, Gigi Jones. I ain't seen you in a while. How you doing? And Whoopi listen, y'all know Whoopi ain't gonna be there on no Friday. First of all, Whoopi and Joy will probably be the last two to come back into the studio. Sarah comes back in the studio. Sarah, because when they do the View Your Deal and all of that, Sarah has been in the studio. I have seen her be in the studio and do certain promos and stuff like that. But I haven't seen any of the rest of them in the studio. Not as of last week. Now, they started on Monday. I didn't look at yesterday's show or today's show, but not as of last week. And listen, I told y'all it's in Whoopi's contract. That's part of her contract. She doesn't film for the Friday show. That's part of her contract. If you see Whoopi there on a Friday, that means they've got like a special guest or it's really something big going on. I have seen Whoopi miss interviews with the president. If it was on a Friday, she won't there. Or the future president. I think Joe Biden was there on a Friday during the campaign. Whoopi won't there. Whoopi was like, oh, that's Friday? Yeah, tell Joe I'll catch him next time. Right. Sarah just be wanting to get out the house. Sarah got them kids, baby. Sarah be like, oh my goodness, I'm ready to get out the house. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Where's my Ellen dance? Oh, ain't no Ellen dances over here. Ain't no Ellen dances over here. Yeah, where'd you go? You came on and then you went out. Was I taking too much time? I was taking too much time. So anyway, that's what's going on with the Ellen. And I like Ellen too. And even when all that stuff came out, I felt bad that it came out. Not that I didn't believe it, because I do believe it, but I felt bad about it. I felt bad about it coming out. The real is still virtual? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, girl. All right, let me know when you're ready. I don't know if he's ready or not. Okay. All right, I see. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay, you're ready. All right. What's up, y'all?
Look, the reason that I went off is I don't know what's going on with my desktop. I don't know what's going on because like it was acting up last night, so I had to switch to my MacBook. So I'm back on the MacBook right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, it's nice to have options. You know, I can't afford a MacBook, so you know, one day I won't be like you. I'll be not like you and have options, boo. I can't afford the MacBook.
I've had this since 2014. Stop playing.
Okay, well, I mean, it's newer than my Mac. Her and Portia had to be rushed to the hospital a couple of nights ago with appendicitis. I did see that. She had to be rushed to the hospital. Y'all, do me a quick favor. I need to do something really quick. Can you entertain the folk for about 5 minutes? I got to do something real quick.
Entertain what? Okay, so what y'all? So what we talk about? Well, I need to entertain y'all. You know what? Let's talk about that.
Actually, you know what? I brought you on here for two things. So you can, if you are familiar with a quintessential, if you're familiar and have something to add to this story, you my Chicago people. So this is one of the stories I was going to speak on. Evanston, Illinois becomes the first U.S. city to pay reparations to Blacks. Okay. Let me read the story, and then if you have anything to add to it, you can add to it. Hold on. I'll be taking these. Oh, you know what? Oh, Lord, I done set the timer. Okay. Here it is. All right, let me read this to y'all. Evanston, Illinois is the first U.S. city to make reparations available to its Black residents for past discrimination and the lingering effects of slavery. The Chicago Suburb City Council voted 8-1 to distribute $400,000 to eligible Black households. Each qualifying household will receive $25,000 for home repairs or down payments on property. The program is being funded through donations and revenue from a 3% tax on the sale of recreational marijuana. The city has pledged to distribute $10 million over 10 years. Qualifying residents must either have lived in or been a direct descendant of a Black person who lived in Evanston between 1919 and 1969, and who suffered discrimination in housing because of city ordinances, policies, or practices. Now, as a Chicagoan, Illinoisian.
I'm about to say that's Evanston, Illinois, not Chicago, Illinois.
No. I know that. No, I know it's not Chicago. I know that's why I changed it to Illinoisian. I don't even know if that's right. Is that what y'all call yourselves, Illinoisians?
I'm a Chicagoan, is what I am.
Okay. Opinions, thoughts. You're closer to it. Have you heard more local news about it? More information?
I haven't heard anything.
Quintessential. I know it's not Chicago. Y'all calm down. Damn.
Because look, we don't.
It says a Chicago suburb. How far is it from Chicago?
No, there's no such thing as a Chicago suburb. There is Chicago and everything else. So we don't care about Evanston. Okay, kudos to you. Y'all get a little chump change, even though that's not a whole lot. Praise God. Hallelujah. Thank you. Oh, put my foot down, all that good jazz. Okay, what's next?
I need you to entertain the people for like 5 minutes.
Okay, well, let me entertain them then. This is what I do.
Well, I thought you would have more to say about that, but clearly I was wrong.
I ain't got nothing to say about that. So let's see. Trying to see what the topics and everything. Who just got that talk? So this Derrick guy. So I don't really know him like that. Okay. I done seen a couple videos. I'm just trying to figure out to the ladies listening, how you let this man sit here and swindle y'all, trick y'all into thinking some things. Now, again, there's some good men out there here. I happen to be one of them. But sir, I didn't understand that right there completely. Are you gonna stop? Abby, well, that's a good question. Look, we're not gonna talk on issues that happen in Chicago because, like I said, I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I don't even want to go down that road. But yeah, just this gentleman, just like, so you sitting here cheating on your wife. Nobody knew you had a wife. All while you sitting here telling women from what I have gathered to leave their quote unquote no good men. Yet from a clip that I saw, because I didn't see the whole thing. Okay, a little bit of rain start. That you sit here and you have your woman's hand clenched, looking at her like you better say what we rehearsed. I don't know. What y'all saying on him? He hates one of me. I peep. Let's see. He was saying all the quote unquote right things. All right, let's be clear. It's not his ideas, it's his deep voice. And all right. Hey, sometimes effed up people do. No, it's true. Look, good people do bad things, bad people do good things. I understand it. And before I continue on, C Golden, you gonna stop playing with me. Okay, sitting here lying to the people, telling them that I got a biscuit recipe. I don't know what you're talking about. These are lies. You will not sit here and be perpetuating these type of lies that I don't know what treaty you will really be got going on, but y'all not finna be on these internet streets. Y'all not finna be on Bianca Knows good internet. Lying on my good name. We not finna do this. We not, because I saw somebody in the comment go say he probably milling his own flour. Stop playing with me.
You probably are.
No, I'm not. Y'all gonna stop lying on my good name.
He probably growing his own weed on the rooftop.
What?
No, I don't think it's so much that it was a secret that he was married. I just never knew. I never knew he was married. A lot of people didn't know. I don't think it was a secret, but it definitely wasn't something he was putting out there. I don't feel like. From what I have seen, too many loopholes. So pop, I had 10 kids. I had 5 kids each. Some of the original 10 have passed, leaving grandchildren. The remaining split $25,000. Make it make sense. Well, here's the reality about reparations. It's not going to be even if we ever get it. Let's be clear. There will never be a perfect system because a lot of us can't even trace ourselves back to slavery. They didn't keep the accurate records. A lot of it just wasn't deemed important. A lot of times, a friend of mine does genealogy. And you have to be very, very tricky about if you're tracing your genealogy, you have to be very tricky about it because sometimes you have to look and see under cattle because we were listed as cattle. A lot of times records were destroyed, records were not kept. You remember we had this big old war called the Civil War. Shit was burnt down. I mean, it will never be a perfect system. I applaud the effort though. I definitely applaud the effort. Go ahead.
I just want to say that when it comes to these things, it's going to do a lot of harm, especially for those who know history. And I mean, like I said, we got a history buff right here. But even, when it comes to the American natives, how reparations were about to get paid, and you had a lot of European Americans handling that system, and the term $5 Indian, because it was pay me a little something and I'll sit here and make it so that you are Indian, which is what they called them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do this. And now it's this whole thing of now we got to sit here and quantify who is African American, who isn't, and all this other stuff.
Right. Because let's be clear, just because we're here now does not mean our family goes back to slavery. You could be second, third generation from the Caribbean. You could be second, third generation African. Hell, you could be second, third generation German and be black. It doesn't mean that your family were slaves. It doesn't mean that. Now, the reality is the vast majority of us probably were, but it doesn't automatically mean it. So again, I'm not defending because I think that where there's a will, there's a way, and something is better than nothing. But at the end of the day, there will be no perfect system. There just won't be one.
Oh, okay. And right quick, I believe it was Xavier that asked who is Bianca Knowles. That's Matthew Knowles' daughter, Bianca. Y'all know who Bianca is?
The one that he don't claim.
Yeah, the one who did the that Crazy in Love, the one that stole the beat from A. Marie, the girl who always plagiarizing other people's material and music videos.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Exactly. So Jeff is Haitian. Okay. So again, just because you are here now does not mean that your genealogy goes all the way back to the motherland. I'm okay. The whole screen disappeared just now. The whole screen.
I vape. It's what I do. What's a vape cloud?
Yeah, exactly, Dewana. At this point, he's just milking it up. I just don't care about reparations anymore because I'm cool with folks thinking reparations will fix centuries of racism and depression. Exactly. And that's the reality of it. The reality is first of all, I don't know what y'all think is gonna happen. And when I say y'all, I mean the people who are who really think that no, Bianca Lawson is her stepdaughter. He's being funny, y'all. He's talking about Beyonce.
Look, hold on, wait. Y'all know how the hood girls do. I grew up in the hood where hood girls had the old hood ass name. Then when they get on, they want to sit here and change their name up. You know her name was Bianca. And then when Matthew got her own, changed it to Beyonce. Y'all know how that thing goes. Stop playing. Right. And talk about some keeping here. No, what's going to happen?
Listen, let me say this.
Y'all gonna put some bees in the chat and then go to my channel, put some bees in the comments. Ooh.
Right. Like I'm so afraid. But listen, let me say this.
If you put a wasp there, then I might be scared.
Right. Legally declared broke. I'm with you. Don't get it twisted. If my name come up in the reparations role, please know I'm coming down to get my check. Just know that. I ain't saying I don't want no money. I'm just saying that there's never going to be a perfect system. And I applaud Evanston for making for figuring it, for coming up with something. Right, here go the bees.
I know, right.
And the reality of the situation is when we start talking about and the way the money that they're using, I have to respect as well, because y'all know, like I know, and that's why we about to be legal in all 50 states within the next 5 years, because there's too much money in it. Mm-hmm. There's too, like states like Washington and Denver, they got so much damn money. Colorado, I'm sorry, I know Denver's not a state, y'all. They got more money than they fucking know what to do with. They're paying for kids' college tuition because there's so much money in weed. So you just take the weed money and give me reparations. I'm here for it. I'm all right with that. Kansas is gonna be the last state, child. Well, DC ain't even a state, so I don't know how my people gonna get nothing. We ain't even a damn state, so.
Okay, so I guess like I said, I said my piece on Evanston. So what's next? What are we talking about?
Well, that's a pretty good segue into the next topic, which is your girl Kenya Moore.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Jonathan, I don't know why you was having a hard time. I put that up there because I really wanted to ask you what was so hard about changing the light bulb. Listen, I was so on a dispensary too. It's really hard to get into that business, though. It is really hard to get into the business. Well, let me not say really hard, but certain levels to it is hard. To be at the top is hard. Okay. So on Sunday night's episode, which we'll get to Sunday night's episode in a minute, but on Sunday night's episode, it was the Halloween episode. Now listen. Whether we agree or not, at this point in time, we all know what is and what is no longer acceptable in the area of Halloween costumes. Once upon a time, it was okay for us to wear certain costumes that I know, when I say okay, I mean acceptable among the masses. I'm sure somebody is still being offended, but oh, it's the fixture you can't get down. Lord, be careful, child. Please be careful. But we all know that in 2020, because this was filmed in 2020, so I'm just gonna say 2020. We all know that in 2020 it is no longer acceptable for you to wear an Indian / Native American / indigenous person, however you, because we know we don't call them Indians anymore, and hell, we don't even really call them Native Americans anymore. The proper term at this point really is indigenous people. Okay, Bap, don't come for me. Don't come for me. Don't come for me, Bap. Don't come for me. If Portia know, the same person that did not know that the Underground Railroad was not a real railroad,
Mm-hmm.
if Portia know, then we all know that what Kenya had on was wrong. Now, I say all that to say this. Production was wrong. They were wrong for allowing her to film in it. They were wrong for putting it on TV. Knowing good and damn well, when I say putting it on TV, what I'm saying is if they went to Kenya and told Kenya and she insisted on filming in it, that's one thing. But if ain't nobody say nothing to Kenya, all y'all was wrong. All y'all was wrong.
So first and foremost,
yes. Kool-Aid, Lisa.
Like I said, yes, I am a Kenya fan, not a stan, but I am a Kenya fan / supporter, if that's what we're going to say. But yes, she was most definitely wrong with it. 1, 2, with her wearing it, I would have given her just a tad bit of grace had she been able to say the name of the head dress that she was wearing. But because for you to get on social media and say that you have, Native American in your lineage, but you can't say what this is, that is a problem. And with production showing it, I would have been okay if there was a teachable moment of somebody checking her in the moment. I would have been somewhat okay because, okay, here's a teachable moment, whatever. Or if that didn't happen, Bravo could have had a disclaimer go up before the episode aired. This is something that happened. Her wearing this has nothing to do with us, blah, 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 blah. None of that happened. And, even with me, like I said, I wasn't born Jewish, but Judaism is my faith. That's like me wearing, a tefillin and, a talit and all that stuff during Halloween. Granted, I know what they mean. I know what they symbolize. But these are if I wore that, I expect to get criticism. Like, dude, what are you doing? And for Halloween? So yeah, she was dead wrong. I mean, there's no way around it. Like, I'm not one of those where I'm finna sit here and defend her. I ain't doing all that. But yeah, she was dead ass wrong, and so was production and Bravo. And what is really upsetting me with Bravo is how they are consistently missing the mark when it comes to these real taboo issues dealing with people of color and things that are embedded within the culture. Because we've seen this literally for like the past, I'm just gonna be nice, say 2 years, where they've mishandled stuff like this. And now here we are again. And what's funny is the only reason that they're apologizing is because of the ethnic group. Because when it happens to us, it's a meh type of thing. But whatever.
And my thing is this, I feel the same way. And I'm so here's the thing where I'm torn on. I'm not torn on the fact that Kenya was wrong. Let me be clear. That ain't what I'm torn on. Here's what I'm torn on though. If we are filming a reality show, now let me be clear. I know these shows are produced. Let me be clear. I understand that production got their hand all in shit. But let's just assume for a moment we're just rolling the cameras and letting people do what they do. If Kenya showed up in that costume and production was like, oh well, we hands off. That's how she chose to show up. We just gonna film it and let the chips fall where they may. My problem then is how you're handling it, because because Bravo issued an apology, basically threw Kenya under the bus, and then Kenya issued an apology. There's some feedback somewhere. Hold on.
It might be me. I'll just go on mute.
Oh, okay. Then my problem is if I'm Bravo, then the issue, the statement that I'm issuing is, this is a reality show. We film these women in their lives. This is how Kenya chose to show up. That it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, you kind of can't have it both ways. Either it's a reality show and it's hands off, we just gonna film what's there, or we're gonna produce the show. Because if Kenya had shown up in that costume and you sent her home to change, first of all, you would have fucked up the whole scene. Second of all, now you are dictating the show versus the other way around. Here's what I wish would have happened, though. What I wish would have happened is if there had been a teachable moment somewhere in the episode. That is what I wish would have happened. I wish that we would have had one, instead of shading her in y'all's confessionals, I wish we would have had a moment of y'all talking to each other and saying, Kenya, girl, you know that this ain't cool, right? You know that we no longer do this. This is appropriation. And even if you got engine in your blood, which is what the old folk used to say, Tabitha, I don't know if she's still in the clouds or not, but she said this on her she did a blurb about this earlier on her live. I think I can't remember if it was her live or she did a little blurb about it on her channel, and she was like, even if you do have part native blood in you, you do not live your life as a native person. You don't. That is never how you've identified. That is never what you've given us. That's like me saying, well, my great-great-grandfather is white. Have I ever presented anything to y'all that's white? Have I ever given you any of that culture? So now all of a sudden I want to do something that's offensive and then hide behind, well, I can do that because my great-great-granddaddy was white. No, you can't. Because that is not how you live your life. That's not how you identify. You've never even spoken on that. So no, you don't get to do that. And I really wish, and I know I'm asking too much because it's Bravo, it's reality, it's trash. I get it. But I really wish that that's what we had gotten versus y'all knew, because I said it in my review. If y'all saw my review, I said it in my review. I know they dragging her right now on Twitter. I know. I said it, and I did my review Sunday night. I said they are dragging her as I'm doing this review. Kenya, and I hadn't even looked at Twitter. I hadn't opened Twitter up, but I knew the minute I saw her, I said.
But I'm gonna say this though, I'm still not gonna let Bravo off the line.
Absolutely not, because they were wrong for doing it.
And here's why. Y'all were there, or you had people there when the scene was shot. Then we get to the cutting room floor, and now we're getting to the point of airing it. You mean to tell me that within y'all department, y'all don't have somebody that spoke up and at least said, look, to save y'all asses, y'all might want to put something right before this ish airs to let it be known that we had no parts in this. This is how she chose to do. This is not Bravo. Like, you mean to tell me nobody said anything and y'all filmed it? Y'all cut it up. So y'all knew what you were putting out there.
Right.
You waited till the backlash.
Exactly.
You want to say something. So no, I'm not letting them off the hook.
No. And I hope that nothing I said made y'all feel like I was giving Bravo a pass. No, not at all. Because I said that I feel the same way. Y'all knew what y'all was putting out there when y'all put it out there, but you waited until the backlash to have something. I really wish there had been a teachable moment embedded in the episode. Y'all stop production and tell them what to say and what questions to ask any other time. Then what you should have done is you stop production, and when they were sitting around that table bored as fuck talking about it's boring, then let's have the conversation. Kenya, why did you choose this particular costume? Let Kenya answer the damn question and take the conversation from there. And yes, it would have probably been an argument. And yes, Kenya would have probably said some ignorant ass shit. That's fine. That's what we're here for. And then Bravo can go, we tried to have the conversation. But Bravo, yes, you were absolutely wrong. Because y'all knew what the hell was happening. Y'all knew what was going to happen. Ain't no way in the world that y'all did not know what was coming. Now I'm going to say this, and I'm with you, number one Eagle fan. Bravo probably didn't know her ass was going to get drugged. They was like I said, they set her up. And what I mean by set her up, they didn't make her wear that costume, but they ain't stop her either, knowing good and damn well. And there's a part of me that feels some kind of way because Kenya, you knew you was gonna get drugged. There's no way you did not know that wasn't okay. And you know what else I refuse to believe, y'all? I refuse to believe that the only women who made a comment about it are the women who ain't cool with Kenya. I don't believe. So you had Drew saying something and Portia said something. You mean to tell me that Candy didn't say nothing about it? You mean to tell me that Toya didn't? Well, we're going to get to Toya in a second. We're going to get to Toya in a second, child.
I think that if something was said by Cynthia or Candy, it was they talked to her after the fact because they didn't want to do it on camera. But I do believe that somebody
maybe
did something to her. I can't believe that everybody was just that, because I don't think nobody was in shock, but I don't think that ignorant to not even want to address that. Because it's like, ooh, wow, this is a little extreme with what you're doing here. But I don't know.
I don't know, Jonathan. I know you love you some Nene, but Nene is the same woman who had the party. What was it? Gays and something party? Like you bring to the party and bring a gay friend? Like it was an accessory? Let's not act like Nene ain't never did no offensive shit. Okay? Now, Jonathan, I know that's your boo thing. Okay? Candy didn't know nothing about it, and Cynthia was too weak. Well, I say the other way around. I would say Candy was too weak to say something, and Kenya and Cynthia ain't know nothing about it. If you want to know truth, I would switch it around. Wasn't Candy on Speak on It and support it? I didn't watch Speak on It, so I don't know. You say wasn't Candy on Speak on It in support of it? I don't know. Oh, damn. Are we back?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we froze up for a second. She was not Jonathan. She was being offensive. Anyway, I'm not doing this with Jonathan. I ain't doing this with Jonathan. Yeah, so that's Candy's YouTube show, and I honestly I ain't watched it. Listen, y'all, I love y'all. I know y'all only want the best for me, but I promise y'all I don't have time to watch all these shows. I don't have time to watch the show and everybody else's speak on the show. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't. But if Candy did come out in support of Kenya, then I'm disappointed in Candy. You know better. That's why 3 women showed up as a fucking cat. Because so many costumes at this point are just no longer acceptable. Now, somebody said, didn't the girl do it on Real Housewives of New York? Well, let me be honest. I don't watch it. I've never seen Real Housewives of New York. If she did dress up as Diana Ross and wore blackface, that's no longer acceptable. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That doesn't offend me, but it does offend a lot of Black people. And I think this is one of those examples of understanding the history of things. Mm-hmm. Wearing blackface alone is not what's offensive.
It's the history behind it.
The history of blackface was a derogatory practice that was used to obviously belittle and all of that, but it was an exaggerated I'm sorry, P, but it was, and a lot of times it was used to ridicule, embarrass, exaggerate. It was racist. If a white person wants to be Diana Ross for Halloween and she, in a respectful way, tints her skin to look Black, that doesn't offend me. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are offended by that. I know there are a lot of Black people that are offended by that. That doesn't offend me. If a white person decides to be Diana Ross for Halloween and they make their skin the color of the Black like my phone and a nappy afro and big red lips and they exaggerate her nose and they do that is what would offend me. But if you put on a Diana Ross wig with the hair going down your back and you tint your face a little bit, that doesn't offend me. Now, I know it offends a lot of people. And so because of that, I'm okay with people who are offended by it, but I think a lot of people don't understand the history behind blackface, and so in their mind, everybody that puts on blackface is trying to be racist, and they're not. And I don't think that wearing blackface alone is racist. That's my opinion. Y'all ain't got to agree with me, and that's fine. But when you understand the history of blackface, and that's okay. So Jeff, that's fine that you disagree. That's why I said everybody ain't gonna like what I just said, and that's fine. Now, let's be clear. If I had a white friend, would I recommend that they do it? Absolutely not. Because just like with the Native American and the indigenous people headgear and everything, it's no longer acceptable. But what I'm saying is, if somebody showed me a picture from 20 years ago of somebody who wore a Donna Ross costume and they tinted their skin, am I canceling them? No, I'm not. I understand that, Abby. You absolutely don't have to do it to be who you are. But what I'm saying is, doing it does not make you racist. That is my opinion. That's my opinion. Why tint your skin? Because you're being that person and they're black. I mean,
now I just want to say this, and maybe this can be a topic.
Now your volume is low. What are you? It's like an echo. Did you turn your mic off or something?
No. Can you am I better now?
I don't know what you done.
I didn't do anything.
I don't know. Go ahead. Something happened. Go ahead.
Okay, chat. Can y'all hear me?
It's like low. I mean, it's like really like, I don't know. Keep talking. I don't know.
Okay, no, but what I'm saying is, like, this is probably something that we can talk about a different time. But I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not too concerned with someone doing blackface. I'm more concerned with the prosthetics that are out to make people who are European American appear.
Oh, then it must be me. They said they can hear you fine, so it must be me.
Yay. But that is my concern, because it does exist, and with a lot of stuff that is happening within the African American communities and all this other stuff, people are killing other people, and we have all these cameras around, but you can't identify the person that did it. And if you want me to really I can send you 2 clips where you can clearly see that this is something that is going on that I have more of a problem with. Like I will get upset with the blackface thing only because it's like, okay, what is your intent? What are you doing? Are you trying to get a rise out of somebody? But that's it. But it's the other piece that I have a problem with. So, yeah.
Say that again. The part that you have a problem with is what? I'm sorry. Say that again.
No, the part that I have a problem with is just the whole prosthetics that European Americans are wearing to go out and do some very mischievous things.
Absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. Okay, so here's the thing. So Jeff, here's the thing. Do you have to do all of that? No, you don't have to make your skin lighter or darker. What I'm saying is, doing it doesn't make you racist. That's what I'm saying. I'm not offended by it. I'm offended when you create a caricature out of it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Me personally. Okay, hold on. Let me look. Hey, Tabitha. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that you should or you shouldn't. Let's be clear. I ain't saying you should do it. What I'm saying is, I think that this goes back to the conversation we were having last week about we are creating this overly sensitive society. And I just think that there's some shit that that's just me. That's just me. I was having a conversation with a coworker yesterday. He read an article that they're talking about. Okay, well, Antoinette said yes, it does. I don't agree. Where they're talking about getting rid of All in the Family, The Jeffersons, Maude, and Good Times. Now, remember, all of those shows are connected. They were all created by Norman Lear, and they're all connected. And they're talking about getting rid of all of those shows, like taking them off of network TV. The only place you'll be able to find them is if you buy the box sets and you have them in your own collection, because they're considered to be racist now. In some places. And what I'm saying is, we're becoming so overly sensitive that we can no longer have the honest conversations about race and separate what's racist from from other things. And I think that we're so quick to just throw everything in a bucket and say, well, if it's this, it's racist. If it's this, it's racist. And yes, they use racial epithets. Yes, but it also is a time. It is, especially as somebody like myself who's a historian, you're getting rid of a major time capsule in our history. That was a major time capsule. All in the Family was a groundbreaking show. Yes, Archie Bunker was a racist, but guess what? He ain't the only racist. He said the stuff that a lot of middle America was thinking. And because he said it, now the conversation can be had around the kitchen table about what he's saying that is racist, that isn't racist, and where it's coming from. Okay, George Jefferson, he called people all kinds of honkies and this and that and the other, but most of us got a George Jefferson in our family. So it opens up the door to have the conversation. Removing it, now what you've done by removing the platform to have the conversation is you're pushing people further underground now. Instead of what the one thing that I will say has been a blessing in the last 4 years with you know who as the president is that it brought all that shit up. It brought it all up. And now by doing stuff like this, we're pushing it back under. And all I'm saying is this, you guys, what we've got to start doing is we've got to stop putting everything in the same category and making everything the same. It is not. A person who wants to be a white person who wants to be Michael Jackson for Halloween and they do it in a respectful manner is not the same as someone who dresses up in caricature. That's what I'm saying. Now, do you have to wear a tint to your skin in order to be Michael Jackson? You don't. You absolutely do not. But what I'm saying is it doesn't mean that you are racist if you do it. That's all I'm saying. And that's my opinion. And I respect where y'all are coming from. I'm reading the chat. I hear y'all. That's all I'm saying. Hold on, y'all. Y'all, you go ahead and say something while I look at what Tabitha tagged me in because I want to hear. I think she tagged me in some of what you were talking about, y'all. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, the only thing that I guess we can talk about
I cannot hear you. I don't know why it's me. Maybe I need to go out and come back in. You keep talking because they said they can hear you fine. So it might be me. Let me go out and come back in.
Okay. All right. So it appears y'all want to talk about the Toya and Falynn debacle. So, I mean, I guess we can start at the fact that first of all, I'm gonna say I put a lot of this on, and I need y'all to listen to me first. I put a lot of this on Falynn, and here's why. When you first meet somebody and they come at you left, you gotta excuse me. You have to check it right then. Can you hear me now?
It was me because I can hear you fine now. So it was me.
Great. But when somebody come at you incorrect when you first meet them, it is your responsibility to correct them. You ain't got to be loud, ignorant, and indignant, none of that stuff. But you correct them because when they were at Portia's little celebration, excuse me, goodness gracious.
I'm about to say you got a little tickle in your throat.
I don't know what's going on. It's probably the season change is what's getting me right now. But when she made a dig at her husband's age, that was the time at that moment that she should have said something to LaToya, like, okay, hold the hell up. I don't know you like that. I'm just meeting you. Don't let's not do that. So because and I'm saying that because when you let somebody get away with something, in their mind, they can continue to say and do the same exact thing. So with that being said, now we fast forward, or should I say rewind to Sunday when she walked up in Falynn's house. Now, again, from what I've been told, she was supposed to have a peach. And they cut a lot of stuff out with her. So we don't know if there has been dialogue between her and Toya other than what we've already seen. But you don't walk into anybody's house being disrespectful. Just period, off real. And Falynn could have easily been like, you know what, grab your stuff and leave. I don't care if we are shooting a scene. You can leave my house. Because you're not going to come into my house and disrespect me, my house, nor my spouse. That's what we want.
Yeah, she would have had to get up out my house. Like, off break. First of all, I have a problem with the fact that Toya showed up. Like, I feel like it, like any other job, Toya showed up drunk. Now, I know we've talked about, you know, that on these shows, they give people the alcohol. No, she was high. Right. They want you to be drunk because they want, I get that.
High. That was not drunk. She was high.
Okay, how?
Alleged. Let me put that allegedly.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I get all of that, and I understand that is like, oh, we want them to be loose, we want right? I get all of that, but at a certain point, and I know it was making for good TV, I get that, but Toya was out of order. Because let's remember, the one thing we got to remember when we watch these shows is this: for every 15 minutes we see, they filmed for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So for that scene that we saw, which took up like the last 20 minutes of the episode, that was like a 3 to 4 hour film. Can you imagine what we didn't see if that's what they showed us?
Yeah.
Because you could tell that scene at the end had been cut up when because we all we saw was her get up off the stoop, and next thing you know, we saw production holding her back. So clearly something else happened, and then you could hear her screaming. Remember, they went to the inside, and the girls were like, "Who is that? What's that noise?" So something clearly happened. Latoya, that whole moment at the end of the episode was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. I had seen that video already. Tabitha, I had already seen that video. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But even go ahead.
No, go ahead. Oh, okay. He got it clear. So okay. Yeah. First of all, the thing with her and Kenya, now y'all know I hate when they make me agree with Kenya on something. Y'all know I hate when I gotta agree with Kenya on something. But there was no justification, explanation for what Toya did in telling Kenya's business about what's going on between her and her husband. Okay, you're my friend. I'm confiding in you. Hey, Love, you're my friend and I'm confiding in you. Why are you out here telling everybody my business? And yes, Candy said something, and Candy said something in front of other people outside of, who, because let's be clear, Don Juan probably didn't need to know all of that. Well, if that was the case, you should have snitched on Candy the way Marlo snitched on you. Because Marlo snitched, honey. Marlo couldn't get back to Kenya fast enough and tell her what you said. But the reality of the situation is you absolutely were wrong. And there was really no justification for it. And then for you to try to come back around later and be like, well, this didn't happen. Well, that didn't happen. Well, girl, tell me, I was defending you. No, you weren't.
Okay, I'm back.
Somebody they done got somebody up out of here. I ain't even see it. Look, my mods be on top of it because I ain't see shit. All I see is stop it, and then I see work mods. So whatever he was saying, thank y'all for getting him out of here because I ain't see it. After she waved a scepter in Portia's face for hours and called her a dumb hoe, why don't you try it with someone you don't like and see if you're left standing? Women attacked on the set. I must have missed something answering that.
That comment was about Kenya and Portia.
I know, but in response to who? Because I ain't said nothing about Portia.
I don't know.
Somebody must have said it in the chat. That's what I'm saying. I must have missed something. Somebody must have said something in the chat about it. Yeah. And see, that's the thing. A lot of y'all who follow her on YouTube are not surprised by any of this, but I ain't never follow her on YouTube. I never subscribed to her YouTube channel or none of that. So,
but see, I'm just surprised that
hey Lamont, hey boo,
she ain't been popped in the mouth yet, just in general. Because based off of what we've seen her do, and even with the video that she had posted on her YouTube, talking about, another black woman and big lips and doing this and all the other stuff. I'm just surprised with that mouth. She ain't got no hands put on her.
Listen.
But I know somebody wanted to talk about the whole Falynn saying Trini. Now, at first, when she called her Trini, I thought
she was talking about her being from Trinidad, right?
When they were arguing, she called her Trini.
Right.
And I know a lot of people, especially those who are Trinidadian, that had got upset because they slur. I don't know, but when she said it, my first thought was,
I didn't know that.
Well, when they did the girls trip, her name was Trini Gal.
Yeah.
Initially, I thought that's what that was. But apparently, I guess it was. I guess for some people, it struck them the wrong way.
Well, Xavier said it's not a slur. He's Trinidadian, and he said that's what they call each other, and it is not a slur. I never heard it being a slur either. And I don't think she was saying tranny. I think maybe some people thought she was saying tranny and not Trini. Tranny is offensive if you are in the trans community. And I think maybe that's what people thought.
No, because from what I saw on social media, they made it clear, like, she called her Trini and da-da-da. And I'm like...
But that's not a slur.
But at the same...
I've never heard that I've never heard anybody say... And I'm going to go with Xavier, who is Trinidadian. He said, that's what we call each other. It ain't no damn slur. Okay. That's what I was saying earlier, Lauren. That's what I was saying earlier. We turning everything into an offense. Child, that's what I was saying earlier.
But Falynn did say that she was called Ching Chong. I don't think that was necessarily said on camera. And if she did say it as a slur, because here's one thing that I will say. Even though some things may not necessarily be a slur, it sometimes is how you say something. Where I can say something to really be, and if it's just the words, like, they didn't mean that, but it's the way in which I say it, which is like, well, damn, like, where that comes?
I guess that's true too. When there's something behind it, I guess that's true.
So, but I mean, people want to mention that. I mean, from where I stand, I didn't see no wrong with. But again, I'm not Trinidadian, so
right. I'm not Trinidadian.
So this is one of those where that's not my battle to fight. I can't say if it wasn't offensive. Okay, I just can't. I just can't. But I mean, but what I will say is I do understand when you are in the heat of the moment and y'all warn, ain't nothing off the table. But people just got to remember that once y'all sit back down at that table, everything that you said is still in play. And you still have to own what it is you said, and you will be held accountable.
Right.
Because you can sit here and read somebody all the way down, and it's the funniest stuff. But when the smoke clears, it's like, wait, but did you really just call this person did you really just say, like, you're going to pay for it if it is in fact, messed up. So
yeah, and you're right. That's the thing. I've heard people say that all the time. Well, nothing's off limits. When I'm at war, I'm at war. Yeah, but like you said, some things can't be taken back either. And once you say it, you just gotta be ready for what comes behind it.
That's right. That's right. Because you heard me say all the time, like, when I'm warned, I'm going there. Now I'm not going to call you out your name, but I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna reveal some stuff you probably don't even want out there. But I'll let you know before we get started. You sure you want to do this?
Right.
Because I just told everybody, anybody that I'm related to, I got a clip with your name on it. Play with me if you want to. I will sit here and spray you.
Now I can honestly say that I've never gone like slurs. Now I'll call you a B. I mean, I'll curse at you. I'll call you some mother effers and some bitches and all of that. But I can honestly say that I've not gone to the slurs. I can't do that.
Right. Yeah, I've never done that.
Maybe this is me being ignorant, y'all. So clear me up on my ignorance.
I mean, slurs for me is low hanging fruit.
Yeah, like, it absolutely is.
I'm not going to go there. Because
now, I heard a few people say that Toya did call her Ching Chong. I didn't hear her say it, but I mean, I believe it. If people said she said it, I believe she said it. But is Falynn Asian?
Some form. She's half something. I forget.
Okay, so she's okay.
Right.
Always stay on y'all side. Right.
No, I'm telling, like again, a lot of this is with those that I'm close to. Like, I'm one of those, like, I like to stay in the realm of rainbows, unicorns, bars going on trees and stuff. But if you come at me incorrectly, 9 times out of 10, I will give you a warning. Are you sure you want to go down this road? Because once we do that, my tongue is ruthless, and I'm gonna say some stuff. Like, look, I'll just give you an example. And I know y'all can be like, ooh, yeah, you so wrong over this. Like, if one of my cousins came at me incorrectly, I will let him know, like, look, bro, why you talking? Your mama didn't want you. She almost left your ass at the hospital. It's more to it, but that's just I don't care. I will go there. Like, it's like, you coming at me? Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and break you down right quick, because I guess you must have forgot. But I don't like doing that. I like to just be all nice and, until you mess with me. Then all gloves off. But see, his thing, I'm not to call you slurs. But I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna give you like I'm gonna hit you with what has happened in your life. That's what I'm gonna hit you with.
Right. That's what I'm saying. To me, that's gonna probably hit me harder than you going like I said, people calling me fat. Okay.
See, Golden is quoted the fucking Diva. I am through.
Right. Like, you can't hurt me. Like I tell people all the time, I've been fat my whole life. Like, that might have hurt me in like 6th grade. You can't hurt me with fat no more. Like, it ain't new for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things you can't hurt, but if you know stuff about my personal life and you can throw that in my face, that would hurt me faster than something that, like you said, to me, calling me fat is low-hanging fruit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
pretty much.
That's the easy read. That's the easy read. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah. So, that's why folks lie about their past. Yeah. So, okay. Last but not least, and we're going to get out of here, because it wasn't too much more that went on down to the Real Housewives this week. Wasn't too much more that went on other than that. Now, somebody, I saw Antoinette say in the chat a few minutes ago, Falynn leaves the show and Toya gets to stay. First of all, I heard Toya wasn't coming back. And Falynn, hell, we only seen, that's only the 3rd time we've seen Falynn this whole season. We on episode 12.
And I'm gonna say this, and if anybody says that Falynn needs to be off the show because she ran to get a golf club,
I don't think so. I disagree.
But if anybody has the argument, let me say this. First and foremost, she never hit anybody, 1. And 2, we had footage of Portia, season finale, Christmas party, running after her best friend, beating her best friend ass. And rather than kick her off, they force her to do anger management to keep her on the show. So if they try to kick, because we don't know if Falynn was or wasn't supposed to have peace, but if they try to block her for that reason, production and Booger Sugar, Andrew Cohen, I know something.
Well, this is what I'm going to say right here. And I think a lot of people, we've been doing this long enough for y'all to understand how this whole thing works. When a lot of times they bring these new people on the show and it's an audition. They want to see their chemistry. They want to see how they mix with people and how they mingle. Falynn is not on the show. Falynn is a friend of, and I wouldn't even put her on friend of the show status. Marlo is a friend of the show. Shamia is a friend of the show. Toya is a friend of the show. Falynn has been on 3 damn episodes. I wouldn't even so if she doesn't come back, I wouldn't say, oh, she's not coming back because of what happened at the Halloween party. I would say it was probably a mixture of her not really gelling with the cast. Because they do that. They bring people on to sort of see how they're going to connect. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the same thing happened with Claudia. She wasn't even supposed to have peace until, she until she got Nene together in Puerto Rico, and that's when they start filming all those little scenes with her and her family to usher her in, because she wasn't supposed to be on until that happened. I was here for it. I feel bad because they ain't bring her back, because I enjoy her. Granted, Claudia got some ish with her, but I enjoy her coming there, Nene leaks like that. I appreciated that. That was good TV.
Those were the seasons I didn't watch. I missed like 3 seasons of Housewives, and the Claudia Jordan years were the seasons I didn't. Because let me be clear, all of them got on my nerves. Claudia, Kenya, and Nene. I was like, I can't do this. I can't. I just couldn't do it. I wasn't reviewing shows back then. Like, if I was reviewing the show, I probably would have kept watching it. But at that time, I wasn't reviewing shows, so I could walk away and keep it moving.
Look, Jonathan is in his feed.
Ain't nobody worried about Jonathan. Change that light bulb, sir.
So he didn't like Claudia reading Nene. And here's the funny thing, though. It's only a handful of people that Nene will walk off from. Because there was a part in that season where Claudia was not really chasing behind her, but walking behind her, and Nene smooth walked off the scene. It's only a few people that Nene will not do it to. And I think it's because Nene knows that she doesn't have the vocabulary to go there with Claudia because all Nene gonna do is get loud. That's her defense, man. I'm gonna get loud and I'm gonna say the same exact thing I just said. I said what I said. That's it. We know her gimmick. That's it. L Love, no, Claudia is a disaster, and she has some colorism moments in her past. I acknowledge all that. Okay, I acknowledge all that. Okay.
He said, I acknowledge it all.
Why that Kenya does too, but that's neither here nor there. And I like Kenya, but I'm just saying.
Okay. Nene walked off the queue from choking that girl. Okay, child. Anyway, Jonathan. So I think. Hold on, let me make sure I covered. Oh, I want to send prayers out to Colorado. We had another massacre occur. Once again, the non-Black person gets arrested without getting shot to death. I'm gonna just leave that right there. I'm just gonna leave that right there. And people want to argue, talking about something. He's not white. He's not white. The police ain't know he wasn't white. He looked white to me.
Woo. All right.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. With that being said, don't forget that we'll be here on Thursday with our live, myself and Yocrates. We will be here on Thursday with our live with Lil Baby review of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Not telltale signs. Don't do that. Young Rich, don't be in here advertising for your girl over here. Anyway, thank you for those who have supported my Avon opinionated queen. I'm sorry, opinionated queen. I didn't mean to say your Instagram. Anyway, you know who I'm talking to. Thank you for your support. I'm gonna drop it on my Instagram. My thank yous on my Instagram. Thank you to everybody who was tagging me in the WeTV. I finally saw it. I didn't see it when I looked yesterday. I finally saw it. But I did see it on T.S. Madison's Facebook. So thank you to everybody who's been tagging me and all that good stuff. It definitely was a feel good moment. It definitely is much, much, much appreciated. And I'm gonna something I was getting ready to say. I lost my train of thought. Shit. I literally just lost what I was getting ready to say. I literally just lost it.
That's why you got to take notes. You got to take notes. But why she trying to figure out what she's thinking about? So since we know that she's not going to do Basketball Wives tonight, y'all can always come on over to my channel. I'll go ahead and give you a nice review. Now I won't be drunk on this one, okay? Because I was drunk on the last one. Yeah. I was very hoodish, if you will. I use the F-bomb or MF. That's my favorite word. That's my favorite word. MF is my favorite word.
Okay.
But you know, when you intoxicated, inebriated, you know, you don't have that filter of like
the filter is gone.
But here's the funny thing though, but even in that, I was able to give y'all some logic and some history and whatnot. So, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna give you tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna give you tonight, but y'all.
It's the final show. I might talk about it live here tomorrow if I watch it, but I'm not gonna do a review. I just can't keep saying the same thing over and over again. I just can't.
And while I'm on here, Tabitha, thank you so much for sharing my video from the Basketball Wives video. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. She shared my video. I was like, oh, she shared my video. I was blushing. I was just like, oh my gosh.
And Antoinette, WeTV gave me a shout out for my T.S. Madison review. And it was posted on T.S. Madison's Facebook and on WeTV's Twitter. So for those of you who saw it and all that good stuff, thank you so much. And again, thank you to Jada Nerd who told me about it, because Lord knows I didn't know it until he was the first. Other people came to me after that, but he was the first one to say something to me. So thank you. Something else. I don't remember what it was. I remember tomorrow, child. Anyway, we about to get out of here. It's already after 8. I know I got to get Queen Sugar. I really hope Basketball Wives is canceled. Like, I really hope that they're just waiting until I am gonna say this, and hold on. I need to go off for a quick second. Let me get 5 more minutes of your time. 5 more minutes of your time.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do a whole Married to Medicine review, but what I am going to do is this. Listen, I love y'all. I do. And I really feel like some of y'all, if I say black, y'all just say white just to be the opposite of whatever I said. I really feel like that. I do. So my Married to Medicine review. Do you look at Married to Medicine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was in my review, I was talking about how, at the beginning of the episode, they did the whole thing with the doctors talking about, the long hours and them dealing with COVID, and even even Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone, who are delivering babies, they like, listen, the babies ain't know it was COVID. COVID ain't stopped. You know what I mean? And so later on in the episode, when Contessa went back and forth with Toya, and this is clearly coming from somebody who's a Toya fan, right? Because I made the mention of Contessa was like, girl, we really get ready to sit here and argue about the fact that I didn't take my shoes off at your Christmas party a year ago. And it's people like, I'm dealing with COVID and I ain't got time for all of that. Like in the, in the grand scheme of things, with us dealing with what we dealing with COVID, it just, I can't. And Toya was like, I don't care about COVID. I don't give a damn about COVID, blah, 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 blah. And my husband is a doctor. I know what he deals with. And I'm like, knowing about COVID and seeing people die from COVID are two totally different things. Somebody came, and they might be in here now, and I'm not gonna call nobody by name, so I don't want you to be offended. But somebody came in my comments and was like, Contessa ain't even a real doctor, so what she know about COVID? Or so I'm paraphrasing. I'm like, first of all, Contessa is a real doctor. Now, I know that the word on the curb is that she's been having a hard time passing some of her boards, and that's why she has to keep changing her specialty. But that does not negate the fact that her ass is on the front line, and she's working at a hospital in the middle of COVID, and she's literally watching people die. And there's a big difference between sitting there watching people die and hearing about your husband come home from work every day talking about it. I'm sorry. And you clearly are a Toya fan, and I guess we about to be going back and forth all season. I love you. I appreciate you here. But I'm just like, how could you negate what Contessa is saying because you're going to make it seem like she ain't a real doctor? In what world is she not a real doctor?
Okay, well, I guess since you have to go on screen for 5 minutes, I'll talk about them. Because I want to talk about the very end. So go ahead, do what you got to do.
So go ahead. Say what you guys. I said, but I said my piece. Go ahead.
I just want to say that the new girl, I don't know her name, and I refuse to commit her name to memory after.
I don't know her name. Anaya.
But she really did upset me. She really did piss me off. Regardless. And the biggest thing that I have an issue with is, mind you, I'm fully aware they are shooting a reality show. Trust me, I watch enough reality television. I know we shooting a scene. I got it. But when she pulled Contessa off to the side to say, I want to get to know you, cool, that's it. End of discussion. And you're new to this nucleus. So why are you sitting here trying to repair something that you don't even know how it got damaged?
And both of the parties involved told you don't bother.
Exactly. And then
Contessa said, if you want to get to know me, get to know me. Toya said, girl, do what you do. Like, who put you in charge of the girls?
And then when she was getting ready to go, you're trying to keep her there. And then your mother goes and grabs on to her. Now, again, I understand different cultures, different ethnicities, and all of that other stuff. But her mother is doing ass wrong. You don't touch. Yeah. You don't even know Contessa. You don't touch nobody.
I mean, how do you have the nerve to get offended because she chose to leave rather than to continue arguing at your event? I felt like she did the respectable thing by leaving.
And next week, she's going to make her pulling away from her mother a story.
Mm-hmm.
And I do not like that, because what she was saying to the mom is like, ma'am, I don't want to disrespect you by snatching away from you or having to do something to loosen your grip on my arm. Can you please? That wasn't a threat or nothing. It was just, ma'am, I don't know you like that. I'm not.
Right. She was like, I'm stronger than you and I will hurt you. Please let go of my arm.
Just can you do that? And now you can turn this into a whole damn story. And I'm just, at that point, I'm just like, I didn't know how to feel about you, but after this ish right here, I don't see it for you. I don't.
Yeah, I was giving her the side eye from the first episode when Toya went off on Heavenly and Simone, and she was co-signing Toya, and I was like, "Ma'am, you weren't even here last year. Like, you might have binge watched it to get ready for the season. Toya might have gave you some, some words in the background, but ma'am, you were not here. You don't get to co-sign what Toya is saying. You have no dog in this fight. If you don't go sit down somewhere and be quiet." So I was giving her the side eye already. But let me say this. And then we'll get ready to get off here. Did you see Funky Dineva's review for Married to Medicine?
Yes, I had to think about it for a second. Yeah, I did see it. Yeah.
So you saw what he said about where that comment came from Quad about the beg, borrow, and steal? He explained the beg, borrow, and steal.
So tomorrow is Wednesday. New Jersey comes on tomorrow. So I really could. I hope
listen. If y'all want clarification on the beg, borrow, and steal comment that Miss Quad made onto the show on Sunday night, y'all going over to watch the Funky Dineva because it is all allegedly. But if you want to know where it came from, the origins of it, y'all gone over there and y'all watch the Funky Dineva review. Because even he had to hesitate, like, I don't really want to say it, but fuck it. I'm just gonna go on and say it. I said, ooh.
I just said that with my mouth open, just like, oh.
Right. I was like, now, I had already heard about the personal loan. I had already heard that they took a personal loan out for the pool. Now that I heard over the summer. I did hear about that, but the part about the hiding the money part, I said, okay then. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all going over to Funky Dineva like he need me to send people to him. But anyway, if y'all going to go see the review, if you watch the review, you already know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we can get off of here, y'all. Oh, Lord. Let me get out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.